Hey guys, happy Thursday. I know you're like, it's not finished Friday. It's Thursday. So I want to show you, as I promised yesterday, something that I use in my bathroom every single night as a candle. And so I want to show you, I've put together a special kit. I want to do a shout out to my daughter, my oldest daughter, Brooke, who has helped me put this together. She runs operations for us at Amy Howard at Home Logistics. And you can always tell that a woman put something together because it's so well appointed. It's just, she's done a fantastic job of putting it together. And so the kit that we do when we put these together, they're for a limited time. And it's like, I was thinking, it was like, yes, this is a great fall project, but even more than that, it's a great gift. We're only going to have a few of these. If you like this, I would order one for yourself and get one for a friend. So, I want to show you, all the goodies that come in the box when you order the kit that we'll have for you today. And we'll have a link. You can go to the website, amyhowardhome.com. You can go to the website and you'll see on the banner, it says shop now, where you can get this candle kit. So I'm going to break this out, what comes in it, and I'm going to show you. So today's a little mini workshop on how to create it. Now, I will tell you, there's a couple of things I love about this. And here's one finished. Look at this. Is this yummy? It's yummy. Look at this. Look at the top. And you'll notice what I have done. I have put a wood wick in this. If you're not familiar with, I want to get closer so that way you can see it. If you're not familiar with wood wick candles, they snap, crackle, and pop. It's a lot of fun, especially as we're getting ready. We're thinking about fall. We're thinking about Halloween. We're thinking about football games and people coming over. And this is a real opportunity for you to create something in your home that people will see it sitting on your cocktail table, or maybe a side table or a chest of drawers, or maybe you want to be able to put a candle in your entry hall so that way when people come in, they smell it and it's wonderful. But I wanted you to be able to see, look at this. So on this one, I used at the base copper. And I'm going to do a breakdown in the kit, and I want to show you as far as how to be able to create this. The other thing is, these are really massive size candles. These are 22-ounce candles. And in this kit that we've put together for you, we have it to where you can actually make two of these and then refill them. It's going to be so much fun. But this is something that I have sitting next to my bathtub that I light and use every night. I always have a little bit makeup light on and my candle, and it creates the mood for me to be able to, I call it my prayer tub. I get in my tub and I pray. So I wanted to show you what I created for myself, and it's absolutely so fun, so unique, and you've got three options in the kit. So as you pop on here, say, hey, tell me where you're tuning in from. As always, when we do these lives, I'm so glad that you're catching me live. So say, hey, and I love to know what neck of the woods you're coming from, but also share this video and tag a good friend, because we're going to be giving away one of these kits. And all you have to do is share with your friends. And then maybe you say, I'm going to get a couple of these, come over and let's do these together, because they're so much fun and they're so easy. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to go on and turn this down so that way you can see what it is that I'm doing. And I'm just going to kind of break this out a little bit as far as you won't get your kit looking this messy. I've kind of pulled it apart. It's packaged really well. It would make for a great gift. But I have already broken mine out because I'm going to be doing the project and showing you how to create it. So in the kit, you're going to get two of these extra large 22-ounce vessels to be able to put your candles in. These are really large, really gorgeous. You're going to get a paper cup to be able to mix in along with some stir sticks. You're also going to get two reusable silicone containers that you can measure for your resin. These are a great tool. You use them over and over again. You're also going to get some wooden wicks with your stands. I've already kind of robbed from mine. And then you're going to get a complete resin kit of your glacier resin hardener and your acrylic glacier resin. This is a deal because you actually are getting a discount on these because of the kit. You're going to get your resin. Then you're going to get your Amy Howard at Home soy wax. already wet, all ready for you to be able to use. And I will tell you, I'll give you a little tip on how I do this when I make my candles in just a second. And then you're going to get 3 packs of gold leaf. So we have a silver, a gold, and a copper. In part, I will tell you, I've already got a gold one going that I'm going to finish out with you, but I want you to see. I thought the copper was fun for fall. What do y'all think? I just think it's fun. It goes with chocolate. It just looks really pretty when we're trying to put together some more autumn decor. So you're going to get the silver, the gold, and the copper metallics to be able to use and make your custom candle. So I wanted to show you the first one that I did was actually in the copper. And I love this because it's just floating. It makes such an interesting candle. I will tell you, I just took this out of the fridge. So it's you can see the coloration here because the wax is cold. But what I also wanted to show you, and this was something that Jean pointed out earlier, is the fact that a lot of you, if you remember, and most everybody has these in their DIY pantry, if you get wax on your candle when you're making this, or if you get a drip, just grab your clean slate from underneath your sink and a towel, and you can wipe the wax off to be able to clean your candle up. So it's perfect for that. It's great for furniture as well as when you're working on projects. So I want to show you how to create this look and this illusion of these floating in the bottom, which adds such an interest when you're doing a candle. And I'll give you a little tip on something that I'm going to be doing also in November for my December candles. And these are great gifts to give away. We do a lot of small groups. When we go over to people's houses or when we meet or take someone a gift, this is a great little gift to give them. Because I'm going to tell you, if this were at a boutique and you can put it in a cute little wrapping with a ribbon, however you like to package your items, this would easily sell for $88 in a high-end boutique. Because one, the scale and the size of it, it's so large. And it's so interesting because you've got this floating copper leaf. Turn this over in the bottom of it. It makes it so fabulous. But my idea that I was telling you was how fabulous would it be at Christmas to be able to put holly and little berries and things in the bottom. Love that idea. So you'll be able to use some of the resin and some of the wax that you've got in the kit to be able to recreate different looks once you know how to be able to do it. All right, so I'm going to go on and take my glass just as far this is so easy. This is like a project you can do in literally just a couple of hours, and that's including your drying time. So I want to make sure that it's completely clean, that there's no debris or anything in it. You can just take a little paper towel and clean it out. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and mix up our resin. So if you're not familiar with resin, there's a part A and a part B. One is the acrylic resin, one is the hardener. In mixing these together, always it's very, very important that your measurements are identical when you're mixing the resins together. So in your kit, you're going to get these two measuring cups. It has it to where you can see in the inside, you can see about how much you're putting. I will tell you this is about 3.4 ounces. We're going to do part A in one of these and part B in the other. So let's go in and fill that up. So I'm putting in the part A. This is the acrylic resin, and then I'm going to add in the hardener. Guys, don't forget to share this video. Tag some good friends that you know love enjoying crafting a beautiful life. And then that way your name will go in for a drawing because we're going to be giving away one of these gorgeous autumn gilded candle kits. All right, so now I've got both of those. I'm going to put that aside. And now I'm going to pour them into my little paper cup that comes with my kit. And while these are separated, an hour and a half can go by. It's not going to bother anything. Once I meld them together, once they're all blended, I've only got a few minutes before I need to pour it into the vessel that I'm going to be using it on. So I'm going to go on and individually pour them in here. Now, my suggestion would be to use one of your craft sticks that's going to come in your kit and kind of just go around the edges and get all the yummy stuff out. because I want to make sure that both of these are completely even as far as 1 part hardener and 1 part acrylic resin. Now, you can leave whatever residue is in here, just leave it alone. And once it's dried, after about 2.5 or 3 hours, you can just turn this cup inside out, and that resin's gonna pop out and be solid. All right, so now I'm gonna go in and add my hardener in. Guys, as you pop on, just please say hey, tell me where you're tuning in from. And if you've never caught me before, my name is Amy Howard. And I know I'm not painting furniture. I know I'm not thrifting. I know I'm not decorating. I'm doing all of the above. But I like having a candle in my bathroom. And I pretty much have a candle in every major room in my house. It's just part of something that I love. And I love that I'm able to show you how to create something today that is so upscale, so fabulous, something you're like, I never thought I could create something that beautiful and that elegant DIY. It's absolutely yummy. And this kit has it to where you have 2 of these containers to be able to make 2 candles, and then you can refill them. All right, so now let's go on and take our vessel, and I'm going to go on and choose the gold. Now, this is gold leaf that has been chopped up. And so we're going to use the 3.5 ounces, approximately 3.4 ounces in each one, which would total up to be about 6.8 ounces. Basically, I just used resin and hardener and resin in one of each of these, blended them together in my paper cup. You want to stir this for probably about 3 minutes. Don't stir it too fast. I don't want to create bubbles, but just give it a nice agitation like this consistently, kind of like you're cooking risotto. And just make sure it's all blended into one. And so now I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of this. Look at that. Is that not the most fun stuff? Now, it kind of sticks together. So I want to make sure that you're separating it when you're putting it in here. Kind of pull it apart and get all these yummy little flakes. This is so fun. All right, so I guesstimated that I did about 2 tablespoons. Jean likes it where there's not so much in here, so I'm going to lighten up because that way you've got a little bit more negative space. But you can, with all that you're going to be getting in this kit, Lands of Goshen, you could probably make a couple of dozen candles with as much as the leaf that you're going to get in the silver, the gold, and the copper. So now I'm going to continue to blend in my leaf, stir the edges. Let's just make sure that it continues to get stirred up. Can you see that? Just blend, 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 blend. I do like to be able to stir this resin for about 3 minutes. All right, so now we're ready to go on and put it into our vessel. Just make sure that it's clean. It doesn't have anything in it, no residue or cloth. You can clean it out with just a paper towel. And now I'm going to go on and pour this in. So now I'm going to take my time, pour it in the center. Look at that. Now, here's your preference. I'm showing you how I used about almost 7 ounces of resin. If you don't want to use that much, you don't have to. You can make it a little bit taller. You can have a thinner candle on the top. This was just my preference. Everybody's is going to be different. And now look at that. That gold is suspended in the resin, and it's going to stay that way. It's not going to clump up to one side. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. So if you want to have more negative space of the resin so the gold is floating, then put in less gold. If you want it a little bit heavier, add just a little bit more. So I need to make sure that I let it set up for about 2.5 hours, and then it's going to look like this. Is that so fun? So it's literally floating. It's suspended. It really gives a very interesting, very high level look. Again, amazing gift. as a kit and then making the candles. I like being able to get the kit and make the candle myself because it's incredibly satisfying. All right, so the next thing we're going to do after this is hardened, give it about 2.5 hours. Then we're going to come back and we're going to add our wick. Now, in your kit, you get these fabulous wooden wicks. You've probably gotten some candles like this before, but maybe you've never made them. But they're so fun because they crackle and they have a longer burn time. But you're going to get a little stand that this is going to go in, and I'm going to go on and attach it like this. It'll push in. So that way that wick goes all the way down into the bottom like that. You can kind of see that. I want to make sure. There you go. Goes all the way through. And I'm just going to set it in the center of my candle on top of my resin. Now here's a caveat. I want to make sure that you know this. When your candle burns down, and let's show you the copper one so you can see what it is that I'm talking about. I'm going to move this guy out of the way for just a second. So when your candle burns down, before it gets to the metal, I would stop burning it. We don't want it to get to the resin. That way you can easily clean it out, or guess what? You can go in and just melt the wax and fill it back up. That's the great thing about this. The sad thing, if you bought this in a store, and on average, if a candle of this size would run about $88 in a store, you're going to be able to go back in, melt some of your wax, and fill your candle back up. So it makes it a lot of fun. So maybe you can make one for yourself and then give one away as a gift. So now I've gone on, I took my soy wax, and you're going to get, uh-oh, did that come on? I will tell you, this is a cheater's way of doing it. And I have done candles before that were to sell, but I'm just going to tell you, for easy sake, for you don't have to go with the double boiler, you can cheat. And this organic soy wax can be put into a measuring cup, and it can be put in the microwave on about 5 minutes, and you're ready to go. Now, I will tell you, I don't have it in here today as far as my essential oils, but we do have essential oils on Amy Howard at Home that you can add into your cart if you want to be able to add some essential oils to your candles, definitely. But I just used, I want to say about 10 ounces of the wax and then melted it in my measuring cup. And then now I'm going to pour it up. So I want to make sure that my wood wick is in the center. And here's my can't even talk today, can I? Melted wax. And I'm going to very gradually, I'm just going to take my time. I can reposition the wick after I've poured it in. I can easily do that because it's going to probably take, if you don't put it in the refrigerator, it's going to probably take about an hour and a half for this to set up. If you put it in the fridge, my suggestion would be put it on a little charcuterie board or whatever, so that way you can easily just move it because you don't want to have to pick this up if you need to put it in the fridge. But allow about 2 hours, and this will dry up beautifully. And then that way, when you get finished, this is what you're going to have. Isn't that fun? So because this was something that I was doing for myself, I thought, how fun would this be? I want to raise this up. How fun this would be to be able to just show you. I'm showing you my bathroom. I'm showing you what I'm doing to all of my rooms and wallpaper and everything. So I thought, why don't I just show you this? So, and here's the other thing. As a rule, when you are cutting your wick, now the wood wicks cut very, very easily. And I'm going to take one out of here because I want you to be able to see it. Depending on how you want to be able to trim this down, you want to cut it straight, of course, but the wood, it cuts very, very easily, like that, very easily. So what I do, when it's going to stand up probably about 3 or 4 inches, when you've made your candle, I will lay my scissors down like this, where they lay flat across my candle, and then I'll trim them because I want the wick to stand up about a half an inch above the glass. So that's it. That's our beautiful autumn candle kit. So you can go over to amyhowardhome.com. We'll be putting the link here for you to be able to look at it. If you want, you can go and add the essential oils, and now you can craft a beautiful life. I hope you enjoy making yours as much as I have mine. Now I get to go over when I get ready to hop in the bath at night. I can light this and it gives me a beautiful glow. And that adorable wood wick is going to give me also a snap, crackle, pop. It's a lot of fun. Y'all have a great day.